What's up, it's Nathan.
And this is Shawn.
Hit me with the first one.
Okay. Well, I remember, when we were younger, wrestling was a big deal.
Dude, fucking wrestling.
WWE, man.
Dude, that's what I was actually thinking before we started recording this. I was like, at one point, there's going to be wrestling that's brought up.
Of course there is. Of course.
It was the first thing that was brought up.
It's like, wrestling, man. That's like what brought us together as friends.
I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hold it before I ask him a wrestling question.
I have to go right away.
Right
because, I'm 28 years old. Wrestling's fake. Whatever. It's entertainment. You know what I mean? And some of the guys, almost all the guys that I grew up watching they're done. They're done. I think Triple H is the only one left.
Dude, you see Scott Hall? That was fucking when I was really into it. Austin was throwing him on the ground and in the freezer, writing 316 on him, and
dude,
now he's like McCain.
it's so bad because they have the show on the network, Table for Three.
Oh,
it's kind of like a podcast almost.
Yeah.
It's just like three people sitting and just talking about the glory days and stuff you've never heard before.
All wrestling related.
And, yeah, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and I think it was X-Pac. They did one together.
So they did a fucking NWO.
Dude, it was amazing, and they treated. X-Pac kind of got the short end of the conversations. Every time he went to talk, they'd cut him off, and he'd get pissed. I mean, rightfully so. He's X-Pac. He's part of DX.
Well, he can move better than both of those motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Kevin Nash is cool.
Dude, he's cool. He's big and strong.
It's Big Diesel.
And don't get me wrong. I'm sure Scott Hall can still fuck shit up, but it's just X-Pac was always the one that was more
charismatic.
Yeah, exactly.
You could believe him on the mic. Kevin Nash is don't make me get Shawn.
Dude.
He was Diesel. He's a big part of the history of WWE.
I don't know which character I am today.
Right? But WWE nowadays, man, I feel like it's starting to kind of get somewhat back to how it used to. It's never going to be Attitude Era, obviously.
The HD cameras fuck everything up, dude.
Yeah, they really do.
You don't understand. When you're high definition, it looks like you're fucking right next to the person. Mm-hmm. That does something when you're... It takes away a certain factor of watching a finished product on TV that makes it not as...
No, it does. Because,
yeah,
like you said, when they zoom in, you can kind of see them, telling each other what they're going to do. And I'm like, really?
Right. Oh, it's everybody's looking for it now. And it's just man, back before when you used to fucking start the show, fireworks go off, fucking JR's voice hit. And those cameras,
a slobber knocker.
Yeah, those cameras, they were good definition, but they had a little bit of grain to them to where it was that motherfucker, that's a real fucking show.
It was
and then
must see.
Yeah, and it's weird how definition does that, because even in movies now, it's
movies are insane.
It's tough. It has a certain factor that it's lacking. It's better quality, but it's just a different quality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what...
It just doesn't feel as authentic.
No, it don't feel real at all.
That it's... not real.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even with I haven't seen it yet, but the new Justice League movie, I've been hearing all kinds of things.
Yeah.
They said that it's bad, but I'm not entirely sure if I believe that entirely.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I love Batman.
Right, you got to see it first and judge it and all. But if a lot of people are saying it, then there's only one.
I'm a big comic book guy, dude. That's my lifestyle almost.
Dude, that's so crazy. The guy, so I need to introduce you to Quentin. Quentin said he is a huge fucking comic book guy. I think you guys would just sit here and talk about comic books. Because I love Creepshow.
Ooh,
but that's as far as I have ever gotten into comics, other than writing my own. So it's I still have a whole history to be.
Oh man, you have so much
enlightened on.
Lucifer, that comic book is insane,
dude.
Some dark shit that you would never imagine in comics. Comics have gotten to dark places, the Killing Joke with, Joker sexually assaulting Barbara Gordon, #MeToo. That's kind of not really that.
Dude,
that's not funny because actually I could probably get into a lot of shit for saying that because it's not meant to be a joke.
If you want to be
successful,
all right, you just got to make sure you don't show your dick to a woman or fuck a kid.
Right?
If you don't do those, you're pretty much cool.
Right. Yeah. There should be a guideline now. You know how they have rules for everything.
That's what I'm saying. Man.
Easy mode for life. And, you walk into an office and it's the 3 things that will help you succeed, and it's A, keep dick in pants. B, keep dick in pants. C, keep hands to yourself.
Dude.
Unless she starts taking her clothes off first without you asking, then you might be okay. But until then, no.
Dude,
Just
I'm saying
no.
fucking, as long as you just stick to those rules, you'll be fine.
Right. Did you see that Sylvester Stallone got accused?
Are you serious?
Yeah, from it was some girl said in 1986.
I mean, I have a feeling everyone's going to get accused. I mean, but here's the thing, the media brings so much attention to accusations.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing, the accusation, as soon as it hits the media and is spread all over the place, there hasn't been a judge that sat for 2 weeks on a jury to rule whether this is actually accurate or not. It's just like an accusation. It goes out, it's out there, and then people form an opinion.
Right.
Some people will man up and confess to it, which, I mean, then people will okay, it's true.
They need to more.
Some people, I'm sure there's some people out there that just get fucked with that, man.
No, they do.
People that's been getting fucked like that.
There, the lead singer of Brand New, I think it was, or somebody from Brand New.
Yeah.
They were accused, and the story just didn't line up. It was something like she said that he forced her to watch him masturbate on Skype, but the year she gave, it was before Skype was a thing.
Ooh.
So it was how do you?
Listen, and I'm sure there's a lot of real cases.
Oh, no, there is. There's legit...
a lot of real cases.
And it's sad.
But with real cases, there's also a lot of cases that are more fictional than anything.
Sadly, to make a quick buck, maybe.
That's exactly what I mean, come on, man. You don't see people going after the local butcher in town saying it's always going to be powerful people.
Right.
And maybe, is that a characteristic that maybe the butcher doesn't want puss as much as a top head guy? I mean, I doubt it, right? Butcher wants puss too.
I mean, yeah.
He's chopping meat all day. He's like, God, I gotta get some puss. This is all I do. It's
tired of eating my meat.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, we live in a weird world, dude.
It's fucked up, dude.
You can't. There's so many things you could say that people would take as a microaggression.
Yeah,
yo, the sun looks really shitty today. Well, why are you talking about my son like that? You know what I mean? It's.
And your daughter's fucked up too.
Nothing's safe.
Dude, no.
This podcast in general, we could end up. Somebody could get offended by something, but you never know.
Yeah, I guarantee it. But here's the thing: it's all how you address it. I don't care. You're gonna get offended. That's why I'm in this game.
Right.
But I mean, I'm gonna do a lot of good. If my words hurt you, I mean, that's cool. But my actions are gonna make you feel better.
Yeah.
So at least my words hurt you. Just let it happen for a little bit. I'll never physically attack people and be like, "You're a piece of," unless you do something to me, and then it's for the most part it's just calm, gentle.
Yeah. Just
say
chill.
Fucked up shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's just
that's the name
human
of the game,
nature.
Right?
Yeah. We all say stupid shit. Look at the president. I mean,
oh shit.
That's a touchy subject.
But that
is a touchy subject, man. I don't know if we want to delve into that.
Not that one.
No, that's a subject that could just turn into mayhem. So we'll
skirt away from that one.
# no politics.
Dude, I fucking had to start a Twitter for all this.
Here's
the thing, I stayed away from Twitter.
Smart.
For the last ever.
Mm-hmm.
Just created an account to fucking, get things rolling, get some contact going. I don't know if I like it.
I don't.
I prefer a life without it, and maybe that means you can't grow as much, but it just doesn't seem as fulfilling as doing this.
No, this is the mecca.
This is
social.
This is this is the communication.
Mm-hmm.
I get halfway through a tweet and I'm like, I don't even want to hear this. Why would anyone else? And I delete it.
Hey, I'm on my way to McDonald's to get a sausage McMuffin, # breakfast.
Right, who the fuck's gonna be like, that's not, that sounds pretty good.
You get McDonald's official Twitter to like it, oh my god, I'm successful, no.
That's what I'm saying. I just, maybe it's a thing that we have to learn to do, but it's just not worth it, man. Someone I posted a link to one of the episodes, and some girl was like, well, tell us about it, reel us in. I was like,
oh no.
It's I was gonna comment back, but I didn't. But I thought to myself, I was like, listen, if I gotta say anything else to reel you in, I fucked up long before I made this post.
Right.
If I can't reel you in by this, I just didn't answer. I guarantee she fucking was like, you can't answer me, I'm gonna see what it is.
Smart.
Fucking worked. You know what I mean?
Smart. Curiosity, man. That's the game.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm guilty of it. Eminem. He said November 17th. was going to be when he dropped the new album. I stayed up all night. The whole night. Nothing. Not a damn thing. The next day, he was on a show. He was on a radio show, and I'm sitting there like, okay, he was just trolling for a little bit. This is going to be the day.
Right, he's going to release it.
Not one thing about the album. Not one thing. All he did was just make stupid jokes and freestyle a little bit.
He made that appearance for people like you that were like, is there really an album coming? And he was like, I'm not going to say anything, and that's how we're going to clear it up.
And it works because it makes me want to hear the album more.
Right.
Curiosity is the key to everything media.
J. Cole did that shit. I think he referenced a new album on Black Friday or whatever.
Yeah, and it worked.
Just nothing happened. And then everyone's hooked, though.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of Beyonce, but she kind of started that because she randomly dropped that album, I think, what was it, like 2 years ago, with no press, nothing. Just, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, she just dropped it. And it became like her best-selling album since like her debut album.
You can do that, man. There's such a direct contact to people nowadays that there's no limit.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? We could think of a movie right now and then start filming it Monday.
Right. And I mean, who's to say it's going to either be, never seen, or it could end up being a blockbuster,
Right. Exactly. So it's all just depends on how much work you put into it and how headstrong you are, I guess, about like fucking keeping shit up.
But yeah, he's on Saturday Night Live tonight.
Who?
Eminem.
Oh, you think he's going to say anything about it?
All I know is they perform 2 songs when they're on Saturday Night Live. We already know the one that he just released. So he's got to at least perform another song off the album,
weird.
right?
That's odd that he's doing like some press.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not his thing.
Before, like the day after when he was supposed to release it.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's...
Like a radio show and Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, and Chance the Rapper's the host, and he's the musical guest, so I'm kind of hoping that, like, the second song is like him and Chance the Rapper, just because it's like something that you would never expect in music. Like hip hop is weird.
A Kit Kat bar comes out,
right? Right. Yeah! Oh, that'd be perfect. Best song
and
ever.
then fucking a bag of M&Ms pops out.
Oh my, that'd be like the perfect skit.
Oh my god, it makes sense.
God, I think we should honestly that'd be like the best use for Twitter right now. I mean, just be like, yo, make this a skit in tonight.
Oh shit, dude! That's basically what's gonna happen. A fucking big ass Kit Kat and a bag of M&Ms are gonna be on SNL tonight.
What are you gonna do if it happens, man?
I don't know. I'm gonna start writing more because obviously I am ahead of the game,
right? Like,
or I'm slightly behind, right? Because they probably thought of it a few days ago.
But I mean, that's something like I'd be interested in, man. Like writing comedy skits. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's
an easy gig, but also probably super fucking difficult because comedians are very depressed. They
search for what they can't have. There's no coincidence that they're in the middle of a room with a bunch of laughter because they don't have it
like that
naturally. Fucking, you see what that? You see that to the left of you? You know what that bad boy is?
Where?
Fucking Rob Van Dam's action figure from when I was like 8 years old. Yeah, I don't know what that fucking thing's doing out here.
All the way from Battle Creek, Michigan. No way.
Oh, shit.
That's awesome.
Oh,
that is awesome.
Fuck, man.
I wish he'd come back, man.
Dude, I want to smoke with him. He fucking
I heard he smokes, yeah.
I've
heard he smokes quite a bit, actually, man.
I think that's one of the reasons why he got in trouble with WWE before.
Oh, you know it. When he was in the ECW before everything, he was like, I'm going to definitely have to get stoned in order to take this hit.
All he was probably like, here's a dime bag, boy. He's like, I'm going to need more than this. Like, what? You see me?
Right.
I need like 5 of these. And that's just before I wrestle.
Speaking of wrestling again,
dude, hit me with it,
tonight, you know about NXT, right?
Yeah.
I've been watching it a lot lately just because I want to know like the up and comers before they get up to the main roster. They're bringing back War Games, the old WCW pay-per-view match where it was like where they put the 2 rings together and then they surround it in like a gigantic cage, and it's like 3 teams fighting each other.
Are you fucking serious?
That's gonna be fucking mayhem, dude. Like. And it's on an NXT pay-per-view. Like, you know how pissed off I'd be if I was like Raw and SmackDown people?
Dude, you know what I want to see them bring back? WCW had like a beach bash.
Bash at the beach.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my god, it was some of the best matches ever.
Dude, I wish they would bring that back. They would come out next to like a fucking lifeguard chair and like sandy beaches and shit.
Oh my god, man, it was
dude,
perfect.
That was the
WCW
shit.
was on. They were ahead of WWE for a while, man. Like,
Yeah, they were.
I honestly, when I was younger, I would tune into WCW over WWE. Sorry, because there was so many cool fucking people on there, man. Like,
there was, dude.
seeing Hulk Hogan like become like kind of like a douchebag, you know?
Sting
like,
was my dude. That was the fucking like.
Oh, he was a badass.
Wait for Sting to
man.
come.
Cause like
Just like Kane, like wait for Kane to come.
that's what I'm saying. Like when I seen Sting, cause like I watched The Crow a fuck ton when I was a kid. Like I was like, this movie, and then like he looks just like The Crow, and I was like, this guy is cool. Is it him? You know, like as a kid, you're like, you don't know this shit. You know, he was an enigma.
Yeah.
You're like, you don't know what the hell he's gonna do, man, at all.
Dude, WCW and WWF, if WWF, WWE, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to call it the F because that's where it was when I grew up, dude. Like,
That's where the heart is, man.
Yeah. If they don't have the Attitude Era, man, WCW doesn't, I mean, WCW wins. If that Attitude Era, if they go from the fucking, like the British Bulldog era right into Brock Lesnar with Kane unmasked,
right?
Like that era, that doesn't work. That Attitude Era is what got him.
Changed. You had Degeneration X.
You thought Kane was a fucking monster. Like that dude's fucked up behind that mask for sure.
Right. Oh man, like I was always afraid every time that music hit because I knew somebody that I like looked up to, like dude. Shawn Michaels or somebody. I'm like, fuck, they're getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like,
you ain't winning, boy.
Yeah, you're getting slammed through the ring or something.
They don't spend money on pyro for him to lose.
No, hell no. Unless it was to Undertaker, that's it.
Yeah.
And even then, he would kick Undertaker's ass.
You notice his pyro's like half blaster, like we're cutting back.
Oh man, it's just losing. Like I actually got to go to the Joe Louis Arena for the last WWE show, actually.
I went to the Joe Louis Arena. That's so fucking... Dude, I wish I went to the last one at the Joe. I went to the lottery. Ooh. The first lottery at the Joe, where Edge came back and speared Bischoff.
Oh, my God. My second favorite guy, man.
I was there, dude. When Kane's pyro hits, that fucking hits, because they don't give you a warning.
No, hell no. It would take away from it, yeah.
And if you turn away, and, like, you're talking... And all you know, like you don't see it, you feel it in your chest and hear it. And that's how you know the pyro hit.
Rumbling feeling, dude.
The fear that comes in the milliseconds to follow that until you realize
that you're done for. like, and it's what's crazy is like on the network, you know, they have like all behind the scenes stories and stuff. And they talk about stuff like that, man. Like people said when Kane's music hit, like they knew what was going to happen, but they were still legitimately kind of scared, because like he's just a presence. Yeah, like you've never seen anybody like him before.
Well, he tapped into the same type of fear that Sinister tapped into the movie. Yeah, if you notice, that's that creature with the long hair and the weird square type face, and it's that same type of fear that Kane had. Dude, they just don't have it anymore. They don't have a monster anymore.
Well, they're okay.
They don't have monsters.
They have this guy Braun Strowman,
but I'm talking like
legit. Yeah, I know.
Like masked monsters, like or demonic, like people that like the character is a monster, not necessarily the size of the man.
They tried it with Bray Wyatt. They kind of tried to make him into like a Kane, something like kind of terrifying guy. Like they had in his followers, you know, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. They wore masks. It was a sheet mask. It's just not as scary, man. Like, I feel like they were just trying to like emulate The Strangers, like that horror movie in Hollywood. Yeah. It kind of reminded me of that, but just, you know, it's wrestling.
No, you need a black mask with some creepy ass hair, a creepy ass get up that's just stocked, and fucking he's called like the blacksmith or something.
Ooh, I like that.
And it's like fucking deep, because that's the type of character I was going to be, because I was training to be a wrestler.
Well, yeah, I remember that,
and then I was like, I'm going to do something else. Because, I mean, it's still open to do it, but at the same time, I just realized there's other avenues that might generate a path for long-term success.
Right.
Other than
I was going to say, because if you're about to, you know, try to get into that world, you know, I'd gladly be like your Paul Heyman.
Right, because like even if it would work so perfectly, man. Like I think we should just tear up the local circuit for fun.
Just ambush them.
Because my plan is, dude, I'm gonna disclose it all now, because if I say it on a podcast, people can't steal it, so copyright Nathan.
Smart.
So, but fucking my character's name was Crux.
Mm-hmm.
So simple, kind of evil sounding. Comes out. He has a different type of mask that he wrestles in.
Mm-hmm.
But every time he walks to the ring, with like a old potato sack type of mask covered over his head, and it's like metal hardcore music that hits. It's actually Faux Hammer by Black Tongue, and you probably never heard it, but it's very like very down there, tucked away, but it just hits, and it taps into that same type of 90s monster vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that's stopping me is like I'm a little big muscle, but I have some muscles, but I'm not nearly where I want to be to hit a ring. Like, you gotta understand, like Kane in his prime.
Oh, he was a monster,
dude.
Like, literally.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no one that's been bigger. I think. I mean, Brock has been. I heard talk that in the locker room or whatever that it's always been between him and Kane for like who's the strongest.
Right.
But Kane had that build though, to where it's like, this motherfucker is really gonna fuck you up. Like,
yeah, it's scary. There was this story. I guess they have like a wrestling court when they're on tour. Yeah. I heard it was like something like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Undertaker was the judge. Kane was the bailiff. JBL was the lawyer. Like, so if like the young talent got out of hand, they would bring them into wrestling court and like determine if they were going to succeed or not in like the business. And I guess it happened with Miz. Miz was almost like
no shit
banned from WWE because he in his early in his career, I guess he was just an asshole.
Spirit Squad.
Oh God, those guys were horrible. What the hell was that, man? The only good thing to ever come from the Spirit Squad is Dolph Ziggler. And in my opinion, he's one of the most talented, probably top 3 most talented wrestlers in business right now.
He's a good sell. He just has a tendency to oversell at times, but I think
which I'm okay with though.
Yeah, you have to do.
I grew up idolizing Shawn Michaels, man. Right. Like, he oversold so many things.
The oversell of
and he's the greatest of all time, in my opinion.
I just think that sometimes I've seen some clips where he gets a little too reckless with it. But in the last few years, these were old clips. The last few years, I've noticed that he's definitely been, a lot more oversellish.
Mm-hmm.
But he's controlled it to where he gets up to that point to where people still think it's real.
Right.
And then right before that point where people start to think it's overacting. But I noticed that he's really narrowed it in to where he's getting all the way to that end. Mm-hmm. And he's, you know what I mean, kind of cutting it right there.
Yeah, I heard he's coming up on the end of his contract.
Yeah.
And he might go to Japan.
I don't know, dude. I've always heard, I think I heard before that he wanted to do like a comedy thing. Or that
he did stand up, and I actually listened to some of it. It's not that bad. I mean, it's definitely not his day job. I don't think it could ever possibly be like a full-time gig for him, but all the better for him if he wants to go for it.
Like Casino. Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, his music hits. Like,
he's still wearing the shorts, but a button-down shirt, so it looks very professional from the waist out.
That would be like the best joke of them all. Like, is himself essentially like, I don't know. I remember I wanted to get into that world, stand up.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing, man. I like being funny when it's just happens, when it's natural, like podcasts.
Yeah, candid, yeah.
Yeah, or, improvise, whatnot. But when I feel like I have to sit down and go over the same bit and rehearse it and get it down, I feel like because I've tried it before. When you go to, like, I feel like when you go to the stage, and maybe it was just a fucked up experience for me, but it just doesn't feel as good as when you're naturally funny.
Right.
Because you have it when, like, you're naturally funny and, like, it's a joke, and then there's a lot of laughs, and then for, like, a few seconds after, your brain reconnects, and it was like, oh, that actually makes good sense. Like, that's pretty fucking funny. Like,
instead of hearing, boo, you suck!
Yeah, other than, like, trying to be, like, force yourself to be funny. Because when you force yourself, that's when it's funny. That's when I can't do it.
There's so many people I know. I won't name names, because I'm sure they'll probably listen to this. But yeah, every time it's not funny. Like, and you can see them trying so hard, and they laugh at their joke, and then like you laugh at them laughing, and then they're like, "Damn, I am funny, dude." Like, I told you, like, but you're really not though.
Dude, I feel that.
I'm laughing at how pathetic it sounded. Like it's, I mean, okay, I'm sure a lot of people don't think that I'm funny, you know, sometimes, but I like to think that I'm pretty fucking hilarious.
Well, you have to, man.
Because I grew up idolizing the legends. Don Rickles, man. I like right before, you know, we hooked up today, you know, like I was watching Don Rickles when he was on talk shows like David Letterman and stuff. Like,
dude, he was so fucking funny.
He was the last of the uncensored comedians, dude. Like, he was on. It was David Letterman from like 2011, and as soon as he came out and sat on the chair, he was starting to like do like Nazi stuff. He's like, "Oh, I thought this was old Germany," and David Letterman's like, "It's definitely not," you know, like. And he goes, "Look at that little Jewish boy up in the front," and I'm like, "Oh my God, Don," you know, like anybody tries to do that nowadays,
no,
their
even
career
Don
goes nowhere.
Rickles nowadays could have done it,
right?
But that's what he is about the only person before he passed. Mm-hmm. That could have still done it, and everyone have been like, he did it 60 years
Don.
ago.
He did it out of love. He did it out of love, though.
Yeah,
that's what made people not attack him.
Right.
Even, you know, because he died, I think, last year.
Dude, yeah, it's so crazy how fast fucking time goes.
I hate it.
And then you're in the next year. Because I thought it was this year, but it's probably last year, dude.
Mm-hmm. It might have been even 2 years ago.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
For some reason, I don't want to get into conspiracy shit. I just feel like time's going by so much quicker now. It could be because I'm older and I'm dying.
It is, though. But here's the thing. I think it's because there's just nothing to really look forward to.
I get that.
You know what I mean? Other than holidays. I don't know if you break your time down by holidays, but if you think about it.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's really just, it's the same day every single day until a holiday, right?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
You're not sitting here like, okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to go explore Egypt. And then, like, nobody does that.
Right. They're like, hey, let's go check out pyramids, dude. And they're like, but wait, I got to check Twitter.
Right.
You know? Like,
dude, I've noticed, though, time's been going by so much fucking quicker. And maybe it's once we hit a certain age in our head or our mind develops to a certain point, and then that's how we see everything. Because when I was in school, man, that fucking 3 months off was like a year off.
Yeah, dude, it felt like forever. I
fucking came back to school seeing people, they look different. They were older.
It's like old Vietnam vets, you know, like, damn, man, it was a long summer.
And now, dude, I just remember going like, oh, man, like we need, you know, like having everything ready for Anxious in like March or April, teasing the idea of fucking getting it going in May. You know, and now it's November.
It's crazy, and like Thanksgiving's right around the corner, man. And like you said, you know, we're timing it up with holidays. Like it makes.
That's what I'm saying. And then what's next? Christmas, and then New Year, and
actually Black Friday. That's like a legit holiday now. I don't know if you've known this, but like
people get paid for that. Dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like that is a holiday to me. I mean, I know it sounds so shitty, like, but I'm more excited about Black Friday just because I know, like, I just like going.
It's gonna be fucking Merlot Monday, man.
I like going to Black Friday, man. Like, just not even to like get deals. Yeah. I like going and like making a group of people, like just meeting up with like random people and like creating like a Dungeons and Dragons like assembled group. Like, well, I'll help you get this, you help me get that. You know.
Where do we go next? To the toys.
Right. Video games 25% off. It's like, yeah, the Black Friday's crazy. Like, in every year, I feel like for like the past 10 years, it's because you know how they do like on Thanksgiving night, you can go to like Walmart.
Yeah.
And like, it was like years and years ago, like it started at like 10 and then it went to 9, 8, 7. And this year it starts at 6 o'clock.
For Black Friday?
Yeah, for the Thursday, like early Black Friday deals. I'm like, damn, you better eat dinner early. Like, what's pretty soon? It's just gonna be like black.
Homeboys are gonna be sitting out there with like 8 McDoubles, dude, just chilling. You ain't gotta worry about them.
Right.
That's what I do. I'd be like, give me 4 McDoubles, I'm good. I'm gonna go shopping for a little bit.
Game.
Dude, I used to fucking little unhealthy tip. Well, not tip, but a little unhealthy look at my past. I used to start the day with like 4 or 5 sausage McMuffins, dude. Just can them.
So good though.
Just can them, dude. Just throw them down.
They're so good.
And they'd be looking for like towards lunch and just like, what's up?
Right, you're like, I feel like shit.
Now I still do that. Like, just eat like an animal, but it's all with like proper stuff, like good meat.
tofu and
I've never tried tofu.
I actually tried it a couple months ago and it was horrible.
Dude,
no offense to vegans or whatever, whoever eats that shit, because it's shit to me. It was horrible.
Is tofu just short for toe fungus, dude?
Probably because I'm spoiled. I'm so used to carnivorous lifestyle.
I guess.
I have to have meat.
Exactly.
I don't know what it is. There's so
I'm
many
like that with jerky too. Just
so many people. I feel like everybody I grew up with is vegan now. They're like, well, it's healthy and I feel better about myself. I'm like, I feel great when I eat steak.
Well, that's probably because it was trending on Twitter 6 months ago, dude.
Right. It was on Dr. Oz. Like, well, a doctor said it on TV, so it's got to be true.
I was flipping through the channels after I changed off with HSN and shit, and then I seen Dr. Oz, and he was saying how that shit's bad. I got to eat tofu now, so that's all I'm doing.
Yeah, he also said don't masturbate 3 times a day because you'll go blind.
So I started masturbating 4. Now I can see the world
through my eyelids. No.
Yeah, dude.
Man,
oh shit.
Like I said, man, we live in a weird time. I wish we lived in old 70s, 60s. That world was so much.
I'm into even
so much different.
Older, talking
40s.
Dude, throw me back in the 1800s.
Oh shit, okay.
Fucking the horse, black armor, black horse. Or maybe throw it up, get a white horse. You know what? I'll have 2 of them. Sunday I'll take the white horse out. All the other days I'll ride with the fucking black horse because everyone will see me and fear me more.
Right.
And I'll have a cool helmet with some gold in it.
Hell
That's
yeah.
all I need, really. I don't need a house.
You just made a new Game of Thrones character, man.
Dude, I just started that.
Best show on television.
Just started that, and it is so good.
It's like my religion.
Every
almost.
time I get because here's the thing, every time I get bored, I'm like, I think I'm gonna go masturbate. It shows me tits, and I'm like, ooh, it's fucking, I'm back in. What's up, man?
The first 3 seasons is literally porn. There's so much sex, but there's obviously a story too.
Right.
But they wanted to bank on getting guys' attention.
Oh, big time.
They're like, hey, Khaleesi, butt ass naked.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Sold. That's my girl, man.
Shit.
And she don't get naked anymore because now she don't have to. It's in her contract where she don't have to be nude unless she wants to be.
Oh, the actress?
Yeah. I was like, okay, you do you, girl. You know what I mean?
Khaleesi dies at the end of the season.
No. Listen. That would.
What do you mean I've been written off?
That would make me honestly, I feel more sad than losing an actual family member. I know how fucked up that sounds, but I've been so into these characters for what feels like forever now.
Yeah, I literally got to the point we just watched fucking Homeboy dump the pot of gold on her brother.
Oh shit, Khal Drogo.
Yeah,
that's my guy. He's such a badass.
We just seen him do that, so now it's just we're just waiting for the next episode.
Oh man, you're in for a treat.
This will get fucking solid.
This whole show, man, there's maybe 3 kind of boring episodes throughout the whole series.
Right.
But you can't expect every episode to be high budget, fucking dragons killing everything and it's just there's got to be plot. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's got to be those little conniving moments where you want that character to die or you want that character to get out of their situation. So I get it. A lot of people people are spoiled. America is fucking spoiled. We live in the time where everything has to be how they want it or else it's shit.
Yeah. Even I noticed that. And that's been the standard, man. Mm-hmm. Or else you just get shit on.
Spoilers. Spoilers are the most taboo thing ever. I admit I get mad about them.
Yeah.
My brother spoiled actually an episode of Game of Thrones the day before I watched it. So I got pretty salty, man. But it's taboo. No matter what, somehow it's gonna get spoiled. They have those memes on Facebook where it's roses are red, violets are blue. This person dies at this episode. It's funny. It's funny as hell. It really is. But people are I fucking hate you.
Dude, they'll fucking. They fucking get pissed off, dude.
But I
seen there was one time an actress, I don't remember what show it was, probably some low budget indie show or whatever, but she fucking went to Twitter afterwards before the episode aired, told everybody what happened.
Oh,
Got fucking canned.
that happened with Mark Ruffalo with Thor Ragnarok.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, obviously they're not going to fire the Hulk because it's the bank. Like, I mean, well, we've had like 3 different.
You don't like me when I'm angry.
We have
Listen,
like
that's just in the movie. Okay, there's no cameras here. We know you don't really turn into the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna like me when I'm angry.
Tell Lou Ferrigno that.
It's like, just get him out of here, dude. Ferrigno, man.
That was the Hulk.
I wonder how long until he's just like, I can't do it anymore.
Probably never. That's what I want to believe, because like it's Lou Ferrigno.
Fucking no animation, just straight him, wasn't it?
It was all him. Actually, no, it was him, and so can't remember the guy's name. The guy that played the Hulk was a whole different character, like a whole different actor, and it ruined my life when I found that out. Because I was 5 years old, 6 years old, watching it with my dad, and you know, my dad's sitting over there like, I wish I was him, you know, like. I was like, I wish I'm my dad, and you know, I'm Shawn Jr. So
yeah, you just made the connection in your head. So like, if I live vicariously through him, I want to be the Hulk too.
Exactly, it's perfect. Circle of life, man.
Fuck, man. Makes sense. I watched The Lion King one time. Wanted to be a lion.
I've had that same feeling, except I wanted to be Scar. I know how shitty that sounds.
Well,
but Scar's kind of like the best character in that movie. In my opinion.
He's definitely he's definitely the one that keeps everything fresh. Without him, that movie's nothing.
It could be because his voice is just like so like cool. Like it's like buttery, like silky.
Does he
like
remind you of Professor Snape for some reason?
In a way, kinda. I don't know, but yeah, like his voice is so cool, man. Like voice acting is the mecca of everything for me. Like that's my future. Like that is something I need to do.
Well, dude, after the fucking Luna Park hits, you know what I mean? That'll be your first thing. Because I was actually thinking more towards being either Junkyard or the Wizard. Yeah, just
the Wizard is like is that just going to be the name? Like his name's just the Wizard. I hope it is.
That's what he's called. He doesn't have a name. I mean, if the backstory he gets into the a backstory, we can just call him like Wyclef the Wizard.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Just
or like have his first name be the. like have like an origin episode and like people like, oh my god, we finally get to figure out his name, and then
they used to spell it THA.
Yeah, like his name. My name is the Wizard. You know, like
it's like 30 minutes for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shows always disappoint. It doesn't matter. Like, name me a series finale of a TV show that wasn't disappointing.
If they end Stranger Things 2 how it ended.
Oh, you haven't caught up on season 2?
No, I did.
Oh,
if they without saying any spoiler alerts.
Yeah, because
have you seen the last episode?
Oh yeah.
If they end it right there, everything's fine.
Yeah, perfect.
And that would be the perfect ending. However, you got a bunch of money for the second season. You know someone of the motherfucker's going to throw you money for a third season.
It's a phenomenon, dude. They'll get 2 more seasons.
And here's the thing. They never mentioned anything about her sister.
Which I was really wanting to know more.
Or Papa or anything like that. Any additional information. So, I'm just saying there's tails there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there's a lot you could touch on. And there's that even... They could do what every show and movie does now is a spin-off of her one sister.
Yeah.
The one that was in New York. No, right. Pennsylvania. Yeah, they could even do a spin-off of her because, you know, that's like the cool thing nowadays.
What's the best match you think you've ever seen?
Shit.
Damn, dude, that's the tough one.
I know.
I'm trying to answer my own question.
I've watched almost damn near every episode of Monday Night Raw.
Right.
I'm older than Monday Night Raw. That's kind of sad. Oh, man.
No, dude,
let's see.
Fucking...
Oh, man. It's going to be one with Shawn Michaels in it. I know it. I just don't know what one. Because that's my guy. Like, maybe... Oh, man, I don't... Maybe that first WrestleMania match that they had when he was supposed to retire The Undertaker, but he lost. No, I'm not going to say the one where Shawn retires.
Right.
Because that still hurts me to this day. I was a grown man that cried. at a wrestling match. I won't lie.
Dude, when The Undertaker left, or not when he left, when he got beat, we watched that together.
Yes.
That fucking... I had to suck up so bad because I was in a room full of people, but I was like... Like, I turned the sadness into, like, anger, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Why would they do that?
It hurt. And then, like, when Roman Reigns just, like, legit
and look
retired
where we are.
him.
Look where we are.
Yeah.
Like... Where's the significance of his loss now? Like
nothing.
Right, Brock was always going to be played as an animal. The Undertaker didn't need to lose that, but that's one of the few aspects of a monster character. He's unbeatable.
Yeah,
and you killed it.
It was.
You lost. It was your last
something
aspect
that was so rare in any kind of sports or sports entertainment, anything. Like it was. It was up there by itself in its own little area of entertainment. Like. That's what drew people into WrestleMania. That's like, what's WrestleMania going to be now?
Right.
Now there's no Undertaker at all. Yes. Like what's going to be like the main selling point?
That was the thing. Every year I've checked, even if I couldn't watch WrestleMania afterwards, I checked WWE.com to see if Undertaker was sitting there in the ring with his fucking lights going, like he's victorious, and the number like 21-0 or whatever.
Victory thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But fucking when he lost, dude, like listen, they traded a unbeatable streak for, oh my God, did you see he lost? And it might have been big at the time, at the moment, but in the long run, I mean, it killed a lot of things that day.
It ruined a lot. And I feel like it kind of took away from the retirement match from him and Roman Reigns. Now, if Roman Reigns would have been the first loss and then Undertaker retired, I feel like Roman Reigns, his win would have been bigger.
Right.
Because now all it did was just piss people off. Now Roman Reigns is like the John Cena of the company now. Like everybody
Roman Reigns
hates him.
Beat the Undertaker.
I mean, he's cool. He's talented.
There's no fucking way, man. Come on.
He's part of like that lineage of Samoan wrestlers, you know, like that are great within the history of wrestling. But like, I just don't believe it.
I was hoping Undertaker would fucking, like one time the lights would go out and we would just hear that fucking Harley start up.
Right. Oh, bad man.
And you know what I mean? Like, leave the hat and the gloves in the middle of the ring and the coat. And then fucking put on the blue jeans and that fucking shirt with no sleeves or side.
He was so badass.
Dude.
And then it came out to Rollin' by Limp Bizkit.
Dude, just
like, so badass.
But you lose that aspect.
Yeah, he kept Limp Bizkit relevant when that happened.
Now everybody is straight first and last names. Dolph Ziggler. Right.
Oh, and actually, they're starting to take away a lot of people's names, like their last names. What was it? Well, Big E. Big E. He started off. He was Big E Langston.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there was, oh God, what was his name? There's so many other people. I just can't think of them right now.
It's different, and you know, it's like I wish I could just go there and be like, all right, just let me write one episode, and if it fucking gets some traction, then maybe we know we're good.
Right.
And that's just not even as a business aspect, just for me to be like, okay, this is something from my childhood. Like, I want to fucking, like, we got to bring this back. Like, I can see on the outside, and this is not, like, I know what you're trying to do, and you can do it, but it's not
the same.
No. People getting into wrestling and people that have been into wrestling, that style doesn't appeal to them.
Mm-hmm. Like, for me, Attitude Era was like catching lightning in a bottle.
Exactly.
You can't do it twice.
What's going to happen? Who's next?
And it was so random.
The card says Mankind versus Stone Cold, but is Kane going to come out out of nowhere and fucking, or is the Undertaker going to be there? What's happening?
Change everything. And like the hardcore championship, man, that was...
Yes.
That was... I feel like every wrestling fan took that for granted.
Remember WrestleMania 18 where it just kept exchanging hands all night?
It was like 30 different people or something like that. Like, it was insane.
Yeah.
It was one of the best like ideas that you could think of because you never knew.
That WrestleMania 18, every time... that I hold that as a special place to me because I was like 5 or 6 years old. I watched it by myself, you know, but I was in a spot where it just resonates, and it makes me feel a certain type of nostalgic sadness.
For real.
Like we were talking about earlier, dude. And every time I hear that fucking Drowning Pool song that they did for the main down,
oh, yeah.
down, down.
Feels, dude. Feels.
Down. Like,
I just went back in time.
Right, dude.
Just with that music right there. I literally went back in time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They fucking played it live when it came into fucking...
Oh my god, like when Motorhead would do Triple H's entrance.
Right, man.
Like that was legit.
I think the best match I've ever seen is definitely going to be... It's either... Because everything leading up to it was fucking pure gold. The behind the scenes, the putting people in freezers, the hitting... Rock and Hogan hitting the fucking ambulance or whatnot. I think it was Rock and Hogan, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, so it's either going to be between Rock and Hogan that night in WrestleMania 18, or it's going to be Scott Hall and Stone Cold in WrestleMania 18.
So good.
Those were the two best. And honestly, it's hard to even say that because now thinking it's like, well, what about the Hardy Boys?
Right. They revolutionized tag team wrestling.
So it's like you almost have to have separate categories to be able to say.
No, you do. Because I have one, and it's obviously involving Shawn Michaels because I'm biased as fuck.
Well, you really do, because some of these wrestlers never even had pushes as main. Like Jeff Hardy never had a big main push, right? Maybe Intercontinental.
He had WWE. He won it, but it was very short-lived.
But you'll never see him reign in 8 months as the World Heavyweight Championship.
Right.
They're a champion, you know what I mean? It's always definitely like more of a tag team because you guys can really fuck shit up.
Do you know who else, what other wrestler was taken for granted?
Who?
Mr. CM Punk.
Dude, yeah. He's definitely a good wrestler. I never really liked him as a wrestler because he came in that weird time where wrestling started to transition into the stuff where I didn't really like anymore, and then it like threw ECW into the mix.
And like watered it down.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I hear it too. Demogorgon?
I'm pretty sure it's a raccoon.
That might be more terrifying.
If you see a motherfucker come at me, dude, just let me know.
I didn't know we had special guest. Okay. Well.
Usually, you know what's really fucked up? Usually all you'll see is like a head pop out because they inspect.
Oh, wait, they're in here? Nice.
I don't know. I thought so, because I thought that's where I was hearing it was from the attic.
Dude. Hey, critter. Yeah, he's in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You must be excited to hear what's going on.
He's like, y'all fucking talking about wrestling?
Oh, damn it. He's like, Junkyard Dog's my guy.
Oh, shit.
We got a random raccoon that's just come to chill and listen to the podcast.
I love it. I wonder, let's try to catch him. No,
Fuck
stupid
it,
idea. Maybe. I don't know.
No, it'd be like 8 minutes of just blank audio. It's like,
oh, no. Yeah,
unless we're like, yeah, it's totally a raccoon and it's a possum. It's like,
this turns into like an animal podcast for like Animal Planet.
It's like, what do you do? Kick it in the face.
Oh, shit.
What happens if it kicks you in the face? It's like, I don't know.
Like, do I have rabies now?
No, I don't think so. It's just a kick.
Man, animals, man. Crazy.
Dude. You know who really fucked shit up? The Dudley Boys, man.
They were crazy.
Dude.
Like diving right in, like head first into balls. Like,
dude. Yes,
they just didn't care.
Did not fucking care. Like, stick the tongue out, fucking wiggled the head around, and just dove into balls. Like, dude, it was the manliest thing ever in the world.
And they had Stacy Keibler as eye candy.
The dude right there in the middle of the ring, and I was just like, if I do that, like, I'm gonna fuck some dude up. Like, if I have a friend and we're in a fight, I'm doing that move.
Oh, for sure.
And it's the straightest thing ever. You're like, I ain't gay. Fucking what's gay about headbutting another dude in the dick, huh?
Nothing. Not a damn thing, man. I've tried almost every wrestling move, I think, throughout my life.
Yeah.
I did the Macho Man diving elbow out of apartments.
You never really understand how awkward a tombstone is until you do it with your friend and you get it up for the first time.
It's scary.
And you're just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, if you're on the receiving end, if you're on the receiving end, man, it's kind of scary because you're in their hands. Like, they could just break your neck right there.
Well, not to mention, dude, you got a fucking cock and bull right there in your face,
yeah,
staring you. I took a couple bumps in the ring and fucking was doing this thing where the guy was on the top rope and I was gonna grab him and throw him and he was gonna do a front flip and sell it. But I just had to grab straight ball. It was either straight ball or that little fold with where the thigh and the ball meet, and you can just slip your hand in there and get a nice grab. And it was like, I just don't know if
hot pocket area.
Yeah, dude, like definitely radiating heat, nice to like a 98, probably even 98 degrees. But you just fucking like, how do you? It's like I couldn't do it, so I was like, here, I'll grab you by like your upper thigh, mid thigh. It's like, no, you gotta grab upper than that because then he's gonna be off balance.
I want to know. I want to know behind the scenes, like when they used to do intergender matches.
Right.
I want to know if like how awkward that was for like the girls. You know what I mean? It's kind of scary, man. We went to this haunted house.
Where was that?
Somewhere in Michigan. I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
It was a blurry year.
Yeah.
But it was an abandoned house. It was abandoned for years and years and years, and it was an old house from way back when, like where they held Native Americans as like prisoners and shit.
Yeah,
like,
fucked up.
Crazy shit. Like, and it was a legit like old time house. Like nothing new.
Like homestead. Kind of, yeah.
Like authentic. Like it wasn't like one of those like things where you go and you get like a quick scare. It was for real, like haunted.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of us, dude. Me, my brother, I think Quinn, maybe, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Bunch of people went, and I asked everybody.
Something, man.
I asked everybody. I said, "Can I go in by myself for like 5 minutes, just me?" Because I'm heavily into like wanting to be proven wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I don't believe. It's just that I believe that they don't want me to believe. You know what I mean? Like weird shit like that. Like
you're not gonna know until the afterlife, and then it's like, hey,
like,
so this is why we couldn't tell you.
Yeah, like you had to be part of the club type thing. But I just want something. Like my whole life, dude. Like I went in there by myself. It was it's creepy. It's like midnight and I'm in there by myself. It could be like a super pissed off like Native American ghost,
or it could just be like a happy dude. Maybe in his time he's like sitting there watching. You ever think about it? Like maybe in his time he's sitting there watching TV and he hears a noise and it's you from the future and he thinks it's a ghost.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
and you both are just like, I think there's a ghost here, but you're just in two separate
different
eras,
planes. Yeah,
but you're feeling the same energy.
Two different planes of existence.
He moves the chair, it moves, and the future for you, and you're like, that's fucked up.
Right.
And you move it back, and it moves for him, and he's like, oh my fucking god, this haunted.
Yeah, that's like okay. I like that idea.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what if there's just these energy pockets that people just run into?
That's not like antimatter and matter. Like
it would still be the same. They're technically ghosts, spirits, right?
Oh yeah.
It'd be very far fetched.
But yeah, we went there, man, and it was
weird.
I loved it. I wanted to go back. I took a bunch of shit. There was like old newspapers from like 1932.
Ooh.
Like
good
weird stuff. Like,
find.
And it was in like Polish.
Ooh.
Some of it, like, and I'm like, okay, cool. Zach took this record player, and it was so old, dude.
I would not have done that.
And there was like this chalice, and like you said earlier, weird things happening. That was in the house for a while, man, and like just everybody was at each other's throats, dude, for no reason.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that thing's got to go.
There's just energy that it's weird, man.
Yeah,
there's certain energy that fucking probably fucks you up.
Mm-hmm. And that thing was definitely one of them. I feel like that was probably like some kind of like holy grail of hell.
No, that'd be fucked up.
There's supposed to be some place in like Tennessee where like the portal to hell is in the basement.
It's just like what the fuck? What does the record player play? You fucking get it going.
I command you in the name of Lucifer.
It's fucking Wu-Tang's like hidden tapes, Wu-Tang Clan. It's like, oh shit, man, hell yeah!
I got the cream.
Oh shit,
man, like, yeah, ghost hunting, man. I wouldn't be opposed to going out and doing it again.
Yeah, man. As long as it's done smart, right? You know, because you never want to take a chance of something actually being able to fuck you up.
Oh yeah. I want to live.
Yeah, you always gotta stay respectful towards things, just in case.
Oh, for sure. You can't just walk in there and be like, "Yo, fuck you, ghost." You know, like,
yeah.
I'm alive. You're dead, bitch.
You
know,
turn
like,
around, turn back, that guy's gone. Like,
yeah.
ooh.
No thanks. Like zoinks. You know, like, roll, Reggie.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You know, like, there's my voice acting fucking shit coming in. But yeah, man, like, I would like to get the whole crew back together to go do one. Me, you, T Nickel, and E Nickel.
With those big bag of fucking peanut M&Ms.
Yes.
Dude, we fucking destroyed them. His mind. He was like, my mom's gonna be mad.
That was one of the most fun nights I've had.
We destroyed those fucking peanut M&Ms, man. I've
yeah.
never ate more. I mean, I'm just saying, handful after handful, like, you know, some people social drink. Like, I was socially eating those peanut M&Ms.
Like Eminem alcoholic type thing. Like, it's like a for real thing. That's me with Reese.
Dude, me with Kit Kats.
Reese, Kit Kats are so, like the Halloween ones.
Where they're orangish?
Yeah, but it's white chocolate though.
Yeah, I like the white ones too though.
They're so good. I mean, they're essentially kind of the same thing. For some reason, the Halloween ones taste different.
Yeah, they got a different taste to it.
It's super weird. It's probably a mental thing.
No, it's not. Because I had it, I felt it too, and I was like, I'm gonna just buy the white ones instead.
They're good though.
Yeah, they're good.
I just bought the half pound, like it's a pound of Reese, like each cup is half pound.
Oh yeah,
dude, that's too much to handle. Like maybe when I was like 10, I would probably eat both of them in one sitting. I ate half of one of them, and I was like, I gotta go to sleep,
dude.
Like,
I can't. I've never been able to do too much sweets like that, man. Like
bad.
I can never load up. It just makes me feel a certain way, and that's weird. Like once I get too much sweets or chocolate, my body's immediately like, I need meat. Give me some meat.
Right.
And then once I have enough meat, my body's like, I need sweets. I need sweets.
I'm almost.
And then when I get ready to jack off, it's like, I need to beat.
Oh, no.
I need to beat.
No.
It's like, can we please stop saying rhymes? You need to repeat. You need to repeat. Fuck! Like,
wouldn't it be a treat to beat your meat? Isn't that neat?
it's like, oh man,
you're obsolete.
fuck, dude. Like,
I remember when I wanted to be a rapper. I remember that dream.
oh, dude, it's
still kind of there.
yeah, you can totally do it.
I write stuff. I wrote a lot of stuff out in Yellowstone, man.
I make some beats of that.
Speaking of Yellowstone.
Dude.
Yeah.
Tell me about the fucking whole Yellowstone thing.
Okay, so
Hit me with it.
my brother and a few other people, you know, they went 2 years ago.
Right.
And that was their journey, you know, like I was like, I don't think I could ever do that. You know, like I've never really left Michigan.
Right, no, you didn't.
Like this is home.
When you did, I was surprised.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is like, I know everybody here. I have like a legend status almost. Not to sound narcissistic or like egotistical. Like, I don't look at myself as like all that cool. But I'm just me.
Listen, here's the thing. The one thing that I've always, and it's weird that it takes a podcast to say this, but I guess if that's the way it has to come out, then that's the way it has to come out. It's cool. But you were always the one guy that was like, it's always weird. Like, there's no way this motherfucker is this nice. Like, there's something like, I'm waiting for the day where you're just like, beat it, kid, you can't play. But it was never that. It was always like, you want to wrestle? It's
like I just snap and like kill everybody, you know? Like, damn it, I knew it.
I was like, so you were the first one. I was like, hey, cool, man. Like, I could fucking, this is pretty sweet. Like, I wonder if there's ever going to be, but there's never the day where.
Yeah, I mean, you know, growing up,
I
was always treated like shit in school, so like I didn't want to ever exclude anybody from anything, you know, like I was there. Yeah. I want to be friends with damn near everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Cuz you know, money's cool and all that and success is great. Like that's kind of like, you know, important to dream for, but like the connections with people, dude, that's what I strive to have. Like I want to be like remembered, not in the sense of like, you know, famous, but I like, you know, when I'm gone, like people actually like remember memories of me, you know, like, and they tell people, you know, like
and that's so hard to do nowadays. But because there's just so many shitty people, and that's why I said it's unique. You know, so I definitely think that's something that's going to be easily accomplished.
I hope, and I appreciate the love
I'm
coming.
gonna kill you in 30 minutes. So, we'll see. We'll see what they say tomorrow. Man.
Mom, Dad, I love you. Zach, you can have my TV. No.
Bury the TV. Dude.
To my extended family, fuck off.
What was it? Did you see a lot of fucking wildlife in Yellowstone?
Oh my God, man. You lived like with them.
Are you serious?
Oh my, you would walk out, dude, it was crazy. Like I can sit here and talk for 4 hours about this if I wanted to. We drove out there, man. So I got to go through all of these different states, you know, like after Ohio, I was like, cool, new shit, you know, like.
Long drive?
Yeah, oh my God. So insane. And the rule was we weren't allowed to sleep. I was so fucked. You got to remember, like, those two, you know, early 20s. I'm 27.
Right.
You know, I was 26, almost 27. Still late 20s.
That's funny that listen, you're going to, in 10 years, okay, you're going to look and be like, I can't believe I fucking said I was old at 28.
I know,
You know what I mean? Like,
you know,
you say that right now, and even I'm like, Like, I'm only a couple of years behind.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Like, as soon as like 27 hit, man, I was like, there was like something that took over my brain.
Yeah, you gotta stop making sure you like you gotta start making sure the fucking girl that you're talking to is not 15 anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a fucking adult now.
Yeah.
It's like, how old are you?
Like, you're my.
You gotta go.
You could be my daughter. Like, it's super weird. But yeah, man, like going through all those states was just crazy. Like it was, I was very emotional, man. Like, cause it was all new to me. I'm in my last couple years of like, I guess you would say like young adult. I guess. I mean, I feel like 30 is when you're like full on adult.
I think 35. I always thought is when you're really in it.
Mm-hmm.
So but I guess.
Well, I guess there's different, you know, milestones. But yeah, man, like it was super emotional. Like just looking out the window and like music's playing and like you see mountains and stuff.
Everything you've seen in movies.
Yeah, like I was
with your eyes.
I'm not gonna lie, we played a lot of like Disney music, like cartoons, like when like Hercules, I Can Go the Distance.
A lot of Phil Collins.
Yeah, Hercules, I Can Go the Distance was playing, man. Like and like you could see the mountains. And like the sun was coming up, and like I was just like looking out the window, and like there was like a tear, man. I won't lie.
Dude, Phil Collins, when he fucked around and did the Brother Bear soundtrack, that is like the best.
Underrated.
Everything by Phil Collins when he fucked with Disney. First of all,
Brother Bear, so
dude,
underrated.
I know, Brother Bear too.
And Brother Bear was like I thought of Brother Bear when I was in Yellowstone, man. Like I seen bears, like it was insane.
Coda!
For real, and like the moose, man, like the elk, like. Dude,
God damn.
Elk,
how close did you get to a bear?
Can't get too close because I don't want to die. You know, like.
Have you ever heard of a alligator?
No, I don't think I've seen an alligator, man.
No, a balligator.
Balligator?
Oh, dude, balligators are fucked up. That'll be another story for another time.
Yeah. I'm interested, but no, man. Like, you'd walk outside, man, and there'll be like just bison, and elk, and deer, and foxes and all kinds. Dude, it was.
You see a wolf?
That was the one thing I didn't get to see, man.
Dude, they're so hard to see, though.
That's my spirit animal, dude. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I fucking love wolves, man.
I had one as a kid, man. Like, they probably not supposed to be pets, crazy. You know what I mean? Awesome, but though. Like, he was a badass.
Dude, so like. That's the thing. Like, I got one tattoo in my hand, and I was like, I'm getting a wolf. And it came to the second one. They're like, what do you want? And I was like, can I just get another wolf? They're like, I guess. It's like, woo!
Lycan. No.
It's like, get a different style of wolf. Because it's like, fuck, man, I want my right hand to be just as fierce as my left. So
right. Got to have two equal badass parts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
But yeah, man, elk, man, during bugling, like the mating season or whatever, they make the weirdest noise. I can't even try to.
Is it like a whistle?
It's like death.
Oh, no
dude,
shit.
it's super weird, man. But there was this
eerie.
Yeah, it's annoying as hell though. Like I used to think like I hated mosquitoes more than every other creature, but elk are cool. Like
elk.
Obviously, you know, elk are annoying as hell. I almost got attacked by one. I punched one actually. I actually no, I didn't. I I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
But I attempted to think about what if I did.
Yes. Metaphorically, what would happen if I was to strike, an animal inside of a government national park?
Dude, if you struck that motherfucker and he went down,
I'd go to prison.
The feeling that would ensue after you, you'd be like, if you had a buddy, you would fucking probably go after him too. I'm taking out all of you, motherfucker.
Right? Oh my God. But yeah, man, like, they're just right outside, and like, you lived in dorms when you worked in Yellowstone.
Oh,
so like, I never went to college. I never got to experience that. So like,
right.
This was kind of like knocking that out too. Like, everybody's just surrounded by each other. You walk outside to go to work, boom, animals. They had this one elk. His name's Touchdown.
Ooh.
And it's because his antlers like do like the touchdown signal
like the
from football.
Yeah.
And he was brutal, man. He's so badass though. Like,
jacked.
He would just be sitting there, right?
Yeah.
Car would drive by and he'd just get up and ram the son of a bitch and just wreck everything, and just walk away. He was so cool. Like, he's a legend out there.
I've seen grizzly bears fucking charge cars, dude.
I actually
are there grizzlies? There's grizzlies out
I watched a grizzly bear eat a dead deer.
I believe it was. I think they got grizzlies, like Kodiaks, fucking
black bears.
Yeah, dude, they got like the whole
Yeah,
game.
it was crazy. It was weird. It was like 7:30 in the morning, and I just went outside because I was up, and my boss was outside. Because I lived right across.
Right.
The dorms were right across from where I worked.
Yeah.
And my boss was out there, and he's like, well, me and a few guys, are going out to Lamar Valley. It's like one of the cool places where like animals are.
Yeah.
And he asked me if I wanted to go, and I'm like, road trip with my boss? Duh.
Dude, I couldn't do that, dude. That's fucking awkward as hell.
With my he was cool,
I don't
man.
have a boss now, but I'm thinking like if I had a previous boss. Dude, there's this one time I fucking was serving pizzas and shit at a party store. I had to go with my boss down to Kroger because that's where we bought our pop. And then we got the 2 liters and just put a quarter on them at our store.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through the line and the head cashier was like, "Is that your dad?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Motherfucker, when does that question ever come up in real life?"
Right?
Like fucking when I'm actually with my dad. I've never heard anyone ask that question, but if you thought I was, why wouldn't you just assume what in this system, in this universe made that lady go ahead and put him on the spot, make it weirder.
Right? I wonder.
Dude, how'd it turn out with your fucking trip though?
It was amazing, man. Like, I bonded with him. Like, Jerry, man, he's the best boss you could ask for.
Fucking Jerry.
I wish I still worked for him. Like, I miss him.
When you get homeboy Jerry to come over and we'll all record a podcast.
Gonna have to. I don't even know where he is anymore. He's somewhere in the West Coast, I think. He might be in the. Actually, you know what? What's November? Yeah. He goes to the Philippines a lot. So I don't. He just got married, I think a couple days ago or something like that.
No shit.
Oh, congrats, Jerry.
Jerry, my dude.
But yeah, man, he was the best boss anybody could have, and I learned a lot from him. Cause I never worked in the food industry. I always said no.
Right.
I was never gonna do it. But that was the opportunity that was given to me when I applied for Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that was there, and I was like, well,
I was like, I'm taking that bitch.
Working in the food industry, And, I get out there and I start off in the freaking dishes, man. The hell of work.
Yeah.
It's just tedious, man. You're just sitting there all day and night, just dish. You
don't get to play in the bubbles.
No, you don't. And if there is a bubble and you pop it, you're fired.
Who's blowing bubbles? From SpongeBob.
Sorry, sir.
We got a rule around here.
Oh.
I'll never do it again.
But no, man, it was. I met a lot of cool people, a lot of great animals, dude. You need to go out there.
I want to, man.
There is wolves out there.
I'm so fucking. Dude, listen. Grizzly bears terrify me the more I look into them and the more I watch charging videos. Those motherfuckers, goddamn. All right, because if I die and there's such thing as reincarnation and I was fucked up and wrong from the beginning, and they're just like, you a bear now, I'd be like, what thank you, man?
Right?
I'm gonna fuck everything up.
Damn straight.
There's nothing I can't take down if I'm a bear, except for maybe a gorilla
or Jason Momoa
or a human.
Right.
As long as can you imagine a grizzly bear versus a gorilla?
Dude. You just came up with, like, maybe a cool comic book.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody and their mom was like, grizzly bear versus gorilla. Because, yeah, I think they're the two fiercest creatures.
Right.
Who else could I throw in there?
Honey badger.
Fucking. Oh, dude, check this out. Grizzly versus a gorilla versus a hippo.
Ooh.
You gotta think if that hippo locks jaws with anything, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
At least that portion of that is
But
gone.
I heard they were pacifists, man.
Well, I heard they kill a lot of fucking humans.
Really?
Yeah, more than anything. More than actually crocodiles do over in
can you blame
Australia.
them? We have a lot of fucked up people in the human world, so...
Dude, but apparently that's like they're like... People will be swimming and they'll just fucking come get them.
It's like their diet? Yeah. Oh, man.
It's like, fuck that. If I was swimming and I seen a hippo like just in the bottom hiding... I'll void my bowels now so I don't have to afterwards. So
Right.
at least I feel what it feels like. You know, it's like I always want to feel like to pee and shit myself at the same time.
Right?
Oh, not that great.
Oh, damn it. Oh, yeah. I would like to go to, like, where are those native to? Australia?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I think there's some in Asia. I know there's some in Australia because they fuck around with, like, the crocs, too. I don't know what they're... I'd be stupid to 100% guarantee that they're native to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where I'm really feeling that I remember that they were from there.
Right. You never know. There's probably well, actually, you know what? There is more than one area because I'm pretty sure they have. I think they call it Asian hippo, right?
I mean, if hippos were in America, like it was just like a part of Kansas where they're like, "Don't go over there."
Right? Oh
like,
my god!
What the fuck? Past the wheat field? Do not go over there.
I wish they
what
talked.
The fuck? So, what's wrong? What? Why not? It's like fucking 8 hippos. Don't go over there. What hippos?
That's the no-no zone. That's the no-no zone.
You go over there. They're in Kansas, so they all have overalls on.
Oh my god,
just
that'd be
playing
the greatest.
in the water. It's like what the hell?
Hippos in overalls, like that's like the Berenstain Bears, but with hippos.
Dude, fucking Bernstein Bears, man. The Reading Rainbow.
How do you spell Berenstain? Are you on that whole, like, you know what I'm talking about with, like, that
the
Mandela effect crap, man?
I was going to say Mandela effect, but
those are everywhere.
Dude.
Those are everywhere.
I thought it was EIN, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because Bernstein Bears, that's what I always called them. Not Bernstein.
Yeah, it just sounds weird.
But, I mean, hey, what's up? You know, shit changes all the time, I guess. Did you remember Arthur?
Yes.
I still watch that shit. Arthur,
Was it
listen,
Baxter Bunny, right? Was his best friend?
Yeah,
That's my guy, dude.
Dude, Baxter's my fucking dude. And then Brain. I didn't like Brain.
Binky. Was it Binky, the bully?
I think so. He was like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
He was such a dick.
Listen, my adult guilty pleasure that I have for, like, you know, that I carried with me from my childhood is get football cards out of the way because I still love those.
Oh yeah, football life.
But fucking SpongeBob and, you know, any of the classic cartoons, but ones that are still on right now, like SpongeBob and Arthur, dude.
Arthur, man.
If I catch that, like, if I figure out there's new episodes of either of those, I'll fucking watch them.
Oh my
They're
god,
still
yeah.
so funny.
That theme
And, like,
song, man.
Arthur, the reason why I watch Arthur is for the theme song.
It's so good.
That brings me back to A Pleasant Place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doom, doom, doom. Every day when we're walking down the street, like, everybody that you meet. Yeah. And I say, hey, what a wonderful time to play. He's like swimming in the pool and shit.
Hey, Arthur! Oh man, that's a classic show, man. I learned a lot from that as a kid, though.
Dude, I didn't realize how bad it was. Like, animated.
It's so bad. But I mean, there was good morals.
Dude, it was just badly drawn.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they meant it to be like that. But it was just, oh my god, dude, that's my childhood. In a nutshell. Like, that's why I'll watch it. The same reason why I watch that and listen to the theme song, it makes me happy, is it's the same feeling I have for Stuart Little when they play Mama Number 5.
Yes.
There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, it's like, I don't know, man. Fucking that song, it gets me into a type of mood where things were
simple,
just easy.
Yeah.
And simple and just chill.
Oh my God, yeah. That's me with like Batman the Animated Series, or like any of the old 90s like cartoons. Spider-Man, X-Men. That X-Men theme song is still the best theme song for a superhero cartoon.
Do you remember Freakazoid at all?
Yes. Steven Spielberg. Oh my God, yeah.
Dude, yes. Nobody, every time I mention Freakazoid to people, they won't remember. They have no idea.
What is it? I forgot the theme song. The theme song's so good though.
I forgot the theme song too, but
his name's Dexter, right? And then he gets sucked into the computer and like.
It's been so long since I've watched it, and I want to watch it.
He was like, because he was part of like the DC world, kind of like with Batman and them. Like
essentially, but
he was like the Deadpool almost.
Yeah,
my dad showed me. Not as vulgar at all.
My dad showed me this when I was younger, and my dad doesn't remember it. No, but I've always remembered it. I have a super amazing memory. Like I can remember when I was like,
you and me both, man.
1 to 2 years old, dude. Like
I have a memory. I don't know how. I don't know if it's just like one of those things, but I remember like hearing shit when I was in the womb.
Dude.
I know how crazy that sounds. That sounds absolutely like sci-fi movie type shit. But I legit remember a conversation that my mom had with my dad.
Really?
She was craving a Big Mac. And like he went and got her the Big Mac. I remember hearing that. But and like I brought it up when I was like 5 years old too, and like they never talked about it. I was like I remember hearing this, you know, and like I asked them, you know, and I guess it happened, but I don't know the scientific shit with that, you know, like if it's possible. But it's got to be because I remember it. And I'm not a fucking liar.
Like, there's one thing about Shawn.
Like
I'm a liar.
It happened. It happened. That's my truth, and I'm sticking to it.
How bad, growing up, did you want to change your last name to Michaels?
I used to... Sorry, Dad. I used to tell people that Shawn Michaels was my dad. Because my middle initial is M for Shawn Marcus, but I used to say I was Shawn Michaels Jennings because I was adopted. You know what I mean? That's what I used to tell people. You know, my first.
Like, can I come over for dinner? No.
And my real last name was Michaels to the kids. You know, like Shawn Michaels. But you know, I got adopted by these guys, so Shawn Michaels Jennings. Yeah, that's my idol still. I think. You know, I mean, he's a great human being, man.
It's always sad when they bring him back, like just for like a couple of those skits, like at WrestleMania where he just got out and like sweet kicked somebody or whatever.
Right.
When they did the whole NWO versus,
because you know that like that was probably the last time you'll see it.
It's just like,
and it was slower.
Yeah, just lacking.
But I feel like if he really wanted to, he could probably maybe still have one more match. I'd like to see him versus AJ Styles.
I never really liked him as a wrestler at all.
Oh, no, no.
If you put me and you're like,
shut this shit off.
If you gave me the list during the Attitude Era and you're like, all right, pick your greatest at least, like Gangrel.
Oh, he was great.
I would have put over Shawn Michaels.
No, come on,
like, dude.
Come on.
You don't understand.
Like he was good.
No. Not as far as like push, not as far as talent, but as far as like which characters drew me to wrestling and which like who I actually like fucking dug and got behind. It was always the creepy guys, dude. Sting, Kane, Undertaker, Mankind, and then it started getting to
Papa
guys
Shango.
It was a couple of guys who weren't creepy, like, you know, I'd break out and I'd be like, all right, NWO, Stone Cold,
the bad guys.
Yes, The Rock when he was, you know, freaking got in his mode where he was not really with the League of Nations.
No, he was Nation of Domination thing or whatever.
Yeah, the fucking with Farouk and Mark Henry.
That was a weird era.
Yeah, dude.
He's been through a lot of eras, man.
Dude, he has.
He's changed so much. And now he's like global superstar, man. Like he's in everything.
That's weird because before it's like if you're a wrestler, you're never getting big in the movies.
No, hell no.
Couple, go ahead. You can have a couple, but you're never gonna get that big. And then he just consistently was like, "Fuck that! I'm just gonna keep doing it." And
I wonder if that was his game plan from the start.
Even then, though, like he still has like that, like he's a big star, but he's like The Rock. He's still a wrestler.
Yeah, he's a showman, man. Like
when you say something like oh yeah, it's with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, like the new Fast and Furious. I'm thinking like him doing a rock bottom with someone. I'm not thinking about him in a movie.
Which he did do in one of them.
Sitting him with a big plate of spaghetti in the game plan.
Oh my God, that's such a good movie.
I don't know how many times I've ate a plate of spaghetti like that, dude.
I'm not a big spaghetti guy, but like I'll eat it like that. Like I mean, like you know what I mean? Like I'll eat it like that.
I usually eat it like that and make eye contact with people.
Oh yes.
Just ever, like even when I'm slurping the noodles, like there's no point where I take eye contact off.
You can't, man.